All right, welcome back to the channel. As always, I review all the banners in Ever Crisis, and we just got a new one that dropped. A normal pool banner, apparently, during the Rebirth collab, so it looks like we just have the one collab banner, apparently, which was this, and of course, you can hear my thoughts on it in my last video. This banner is amazing. The Tifa banner, need to be pulling somewhere. That's some good stuff. But we got some really, really nice weapons on this one. I'm really liking these. And they are, at the very least, going to be top picks for your future wish list. Okay, let's get right into it. So, Zack has some new gear. And we have the new General Buff Debuff Extension, our ability here with HP. That's pretty cool, but I don't really use Zack as a debuffer buffer. I can really live without this costume. But his new weapon does have a self buff, and being able to extend it will be nice. But the first thing you might notice about this new weapon, oh my god, it has the new highest multiplier for non-elemental physical damage. You know, we just got the Tifa weapon, and at first glance, you're like, oh my god, already another one that's even stronger. But please take note, this is very important. This one is 5 ATB. And, you know, you should know from using healing weapons just how long that 5 ATB feels. It feels like forever. And that really changes the flow of gameplay when you're waiting for that thing. But look at this, we have two top tier R abilities. So yet again, another top tier sub weapon, if anything. Now I do like the idea of using the actual weapon. Let's see. Let's compare the OB levels. So OB 0, 700 multiplier. And the self buff is pretty decent, 25 seconds, and stacks to high right off the bat at OB 0. Love it. And then at OB6, which is usually what the sweet spot we want to go for. No, it starts at high. That's, you know, that's the good stuff right there. So this, I really like this as kind of like a side DPS option, and that you still probably want, you know, in a non-elemental fight, you either want Zidane, Cloud, or the new Tifa if you grabbed her and her weapon. So those are my thoughts there. Not urgent for me to pull that now, but I really do like the other weapon. So Matt has a new weapon, and it's another physical defense buff to all allies. Okay, 10 seconds. That's pretty standard. It's not great, but it does have the extender, our ability, along with heal. Now that is a killer combination of our abilities, and even if you're not using this as a main, Aerith is gonna love this in her subs, because she always, in my experience at least, always needs at least one heal sub to, you know, be doing decent heals. And look at this. 2 birds, 1 stone right here, like juicy heal our ability with the buff extension, and often, you know, when I'm using Aerith, I'm using that Sun Umbrella and doing the debuffs, and want those to last longer, right? And if I'm not using that, then I'm using the Mithril Rod, and I'm buffing defense to the party. Yet again, I get to extend it here. So I love this as a sub-weapon. But as a main, really cool. Now, I haven't really felt the difference and felt it in battle. You might know that Tower Level 70 is like absolutely mandatory to have physical buff to the physical defense buff to the party, and Barrett's assault gun is very popular in that battle. Once again, this is 5 ATB. It's going to flow very differently, and when you need to stack, you know, like that 5 ATB might be a little too long to wait for. Again, I don't have this, I haven't used it yet, but that assault gun is only 4 ATB. And, you know, when you just need to stack, maybe that 4 ATB is still the better option. I don't know. But this heals too. Magic heal is cast. And that could be a really cool option when you don't need to stack really fast. And, you know, that like this can be heal and physical defense buff in one slot. And that can be very powerful. That's some really nice compression. I like it. And I won't be pulling here, but on the next banner, once this is gone, I'll definitely be throwing this onto my wish list. Now, if you're very actively playing right now and you're just dying to pull on something, the crossover banner is still here. Keep in mind this is limited, but this is like extremely good, this banner. And of course, yet again, I talked about it in my last video, but the stamp card layout is something we haven't seen before. There's just tons of guarantees for the gloves, which, again, like I discussed before, it's just like a Zidane sword, but like with a higher R ability on the physical ability potency R ability. Higher value on that R ability, and that's very powerful, especially because her costume complements it, and it doesn't just stack into that same R ability, but adds a separate R ability. So yeah, she is the new non-elemental physical DPS goddess for sure. And I'm holding off still, and that's not necessarily my advice to you, mainly because I personally, I'm not playing a ton right now. I'm just kind of like clearing the content and doing what I need to do to keep my account going, and kind of holding out for half anniversary, which should be next month. In my experience in these games is that the best stuff comes on half and regular anniversaries. And because I'm not playing a lot, that's why it's really easy for me to just sit back. But if you are, and you haven't filled out that non-elemental niche, then you might want to be pulling on this banner. Maybe you go hard and go all the way to get red, but red isn't very, in retrospect, I love him just because I love him, but the community isn't very stoked on red's costume. It's kind of, general. It's really cool that covers like fire and ice, both like boost and resist. But it's when you have these general things that cover more ground, they have lesser values, right? So it's something to think about. But look at him, he looks awesome. So I love that. Okay, now that's pretty much it. That's going to conclude my thoughts here. Could be worth pulling if this fills a niche in your account that you're missing. Could be worth pulling. Otherwise, I would say these weapons are great for future wish list, and the Zack gear is skippable because I just never use him as a buffer debuffer. All right, so guess what? I have some. We have the free pull to do, and I have some leftover red crystals, so we can try this banner. I don't know where else I'm going to use 500 crystals. Why don't we go for it? Let's see what we get. Haven't watched the animation in a while. Let's go for it. I think I didn't even read it. I think there's a guarantee here, so. Ooh, man. I'm still getting used to like how good this looks on Steam. Really, really beautiful graphics. The detail is just insane. Yeah, you get it, Cloud. What? Did it tell me I was gonna get 4? Let's do this. What do we got? Black. That is not another. Okay. I was gonna say that is not another enhanced sword. A butterfly. Okay. Hey, I'm grateful for 5-star drops, but there are trash tier weapons in this game, and I think I just got them all on this pull. Boom. Oh, look who it is. Oh, nice. I'm stoked about that one though. Because I think that one has like the extension R ability. If I might be mistaken. I can't look at it anymore. What was even the guarantee on that? That was insane. I've never seen 3 in a row like that. All right, we have the free pull, and then we're gonna peace out of here. All right. Got a Zack weapon. Let's see what it is. Okay, that's okay. Otherwise, like, I feel like most of his weapons are trash tier. But that's a decent one. I can't remember the R abilities on it. Cool. All right, once again, those are all my thoughts for this one. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks as always for watching. I appreciate you much, and I will see you in the next one.